Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good to see you all tonight. I hope you had a great day. Although I don't know what day it is. oh, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. I'm not kidding either. Okay, it's Saturday. I thought so. Oh, oh man, oh man. So I know you wondered why you're not coming on more. Listen, you gotta bear with me. I'm trying to put on some muscle, right? If anybody's been following me, following the Body Sculpture Challenge, you know I've been working out for about 4 years now. This might be the fourth year, maybe five, but I'll say four, and I'll say three hardcore. So I'll say I've been going hard for 3 years. After the last 2 years, this is the year I'm trying to put on muscle. And putting on muscle, and, I'm 2,059 years old. So trying to put on muscle at my age, I'm breaking the rules, right? Y'all know I'm hard headed and I don't listen. So I'm breaking the rules. I'm trying to put some muscle on. So that's why I'm all over the place. And that's why I'll be up night. Like I woke up at, I think, about 4 o'clock this evening because I was eating at 1 in the morning, working out at 2, 3 in the morning, right? Because I have to get these workouts in. I have to get this food. I'm supposed to eat 3 times a day. I have to put in so much plant protein. And so, I could get where I'm trying to get. I'm getting there, but I'm not there. I will not be where I want to be probably until the end of summer 2026. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So my sleep is all over the place. So I'm not able to go live as much as I want. I've been a plant-based vegan now for 47 years, going on 48 in a few months. I'm not used to eating 3 times a day. I'm not used to making sure I get a certain amount of protein. I've been getting plenty of protein, but the protein I've been getting is not enough for what I'm trying to do. And if I want to swell up, if I want to get some serious abs, if I want to put on some extra muscle, I got to put more food in because it's kind of like, you got a balloon, and if you don't put air in it, it won't blow up. So if you got muscles, if you don't put food in, then when you work out and your body's trying to figure out where is it going to get the nutrition for more muscle. It's just that simple. So I got to adjust. I've been sleeping at all different types of hours because I'm working out regardless. I'm eating regardless. So if I'm busy all day, I'm doing business, I'm doing lives, and I miss one of my meals, I'll eat it 1 in the morning, whatever. But I got to get that food in, and I got to get that workout in wherever. So I'm working on my push-up game because I haven't been able to do my push-ups in some years. And we'll talk about that. If you want to know more about that, subscribe to Vegan Intel, right? I know some of you don't want to subscribe because you're hard-headed and you want to eat what you want to eat. But still, for those of you that are trying to make it, trying to hit something, go to my YouTube channel, Vegan Intel, and subscribe. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. With all these people, over 50,000 people over here almost, I can't get 1,000 subscribers over there because people don't want to eat right. But I am building a whole new audience, so that's good. I'm building 3 new audiences, 4 new audiences, really. Next year, it's going to be fantastic. And so come on in, rep your city, rep your city, rep your city. You know how we do. Good to see you, Eddie Sakpase, brethren. We got the UK in the building. We got New Orleans in the building. All my beautiful people over on Kick. We got Chi-Town in the building. Twitch, we got Chi-Town in the building. YouTube, we got Chicago. Facebook, we got Chi-Town in the building on both YouTube accounts, okay? Hi, everybody on you both YouTube accounts. We got Woodbridge in the building with the beautiful and gorgeous Nicole, which reminds me, all you pretty ladies, I almost forgot. Listen, you beautiful ladies, I'm going to show love to the ladies. I got a new thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put a video together. I'm going to show all the beautiful ladies. Ladies, send a very pretty picture of yourself to Pharaoh El-Aton at Yahoo. And that's Pharaoh. I always remember when you spell Pharaoh, you got to put Ra in there, the sun, right? So Pharaoh El-Aton. Ladies, send your beautiful pictures. And I'm going to take you all's pictures and I'm going to make a video and I'm going to post it every now and then of all you beautiful ladies. And every time I get new pictures, I'm going to add you to the video. Let's see how long the video can get. If it can get 2 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Let's see how many beautiful ladies we can get. All you brothers out there, send your wife. Pharaoh's not going to try to talk to her. We don't do that. Ladies, do not put your name on the picture or no information to let them know who you are or where you live. We're going to keep you anonymous. We just want them to see you pretty. We don't want to know who you are. I might know who you are. People might try to figure out who you are by your picture over here, but we're not going to just tell them. So, ladies, send your beautiful picture to Pharaoh El-Aton at Yahoo. I'm going to make a long video, and I'm going to constantly update of all the beautiful women over here to highlight the queens. And it doesn't matter what kind of woman you are. We don't do racism over here or nothing like that. If you're a pretty lady, send your pretty picture, okay? To Pharaoh El-Aton at Yahoo. And brothers, send your queen, send your woman, send your wife picture. I will not be responding to emails, and I do not talk to anybody's woman. That is a no. I also don't solicit women on social media. You have to really be somebody special on social media for me to contact you. And if I do contact you, you will be the only one because I'm not really available like that. And maybe I'll do a conversation about that. I was talking to somebody about that. I've never made myself available to women like that. Okay. When I was in Hawaii, I was with some women, but when I moved back to California and I'm this really handsome Rasta man with all these dreadlocks, I worked at a record store and you had all these women come trying to solicit me. And I didn't want to mess with them because I don't be wanting my name out there. I don't like my name out there. So I didn't want women saying they slept with me. To me, that's not no king stuff. It's not no king for too many women to been with me. To me, I'm royalty, so I got to move like royalty. I'm not I'm not a prostitute. I'm not none of that. So I just don't be chasing women like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't chase women like that. I don't do that. I also don't treat women like they're there for me. Like they, you know, a lot of times as men, we meet brothers and we respect brothers as brothers. You ain't trying to talk to the brothers, but then when you meet the women, you always treat them like they're just sex objects. I'm not really like that. Treat the women the same way you treat the men. As brothers over here, I treat you with respect. When there's women over here, I treat them like a human being. I don't treat them like a woman. I treat everybody like a human being. So I don't treat women like, oh, you're a woman and you're supposed to be solicited. I don't do that. So ladies, send those pictures so I can highlight y'all. I like highlighting the ladies. That's what we're supposed to do it, men. I have 3 daughters, and I like to highlight the ladies. Arnell, definitely send your pretty picture. So send your pretty picture, Pharaoh El-Aton at Yahoo. I'm gonna post you ladies. I appreciate you ladies a lot. Uh, the ladies are really great on social media, and so are the men. So that's what's going on. So you all, we got San Jose in the building. Let me shout out these cities too. We got Baton Rouge in the building. We got Massachusetts in the building. Rep your city. We got the UK, England in the building. All right. Now tonight, I'm doing tonight. I'm also. This is another. Um, you could call it a series. I'm doing tonight. I'm starting a whole new thing. It's called Advice Night. So tonight is the first night of Advice Night. And I will be having Advice Night and I will be having advice in the daytime too. So I'm going to have these presentations that's all about the advice, right? This is the first one, right? So tonight is the first night of Advice Night, okay? Where I'm giving advice. Okay. And I'll be doing advice in the day. At night, I'll be calling it advice night. And in the day, I'll be calling it something else. But it'll definitely be a whole playlist of advice. Good to see you, Mrs. Moore. And today, advice is political advice. Tonight. So tonight, for advice night, I'm giving political advice. You can take it or you don't have to take it. That's on you, but you can't say I didn't tell you. And tonight's advice is no political feuds. This is my advice for advice night tonight. No political feuds. Get off of social media with your political views. Unless you're a content creator, if you're just somebody on the internet and you just like to post for views, avoid political conversations and post. Don't comment on them. Don't say anything. Do not reveal your political views on social media unless it's about a particular subject, like taxes, and you have a political view about taxes, or you have a political view about gun rights, something like that. But as far as speaking on Democrat, Republican, as far as speaking against Donald Trump, don't do it. Don't do it. Shut up on Trump on social media. Shut up at going at the Republicans on social media. Or just go tell the feds to come kick your door in. It's just real simple, because that's what's going to happen. Because you ain't keeping up with what's going on with the government. And the government right now is a little funny acting. And they will sick people on you. Okay? They will sick people on you. That's why you don't see me bashing the Republican Party and all that. That ain't it. Racial issues, that's not it. Stay out of that. Stay out of that on social media. Stop thinking that you're doing something on social media. What I'm doing something on social media for sure, because I'm giving advice. I'm talking about things, but stop thinking that you can make change on social media. You cannot. You can give advice. You can try to advise people to change, but you cannot make no change on social media. You cannot. You can encourage people to make change. That's different. There's a certain way you're going to do that. But you can't get out here on no rally cries on social media. Stay out of these political feuds. You see when that man got shot? I didn't have nothing to say. If you spoke on that, delete it. If you spoke on that, delete it. You didn't notice I don't have nothing to say about that? I have nothing to say about that. I did not post that man's name nowhere. And to prove it, how whack it is, if I was to talk about that and beat around the bush, some brother would come and put the name right in the chat. This is how lame social media is. Where I'll be over here trying to talk in codes. A brother will see me talking in codes, and you know what he'll do? He'll come break the code and he'll see I'm not saying the person, and a person will come and post it. A black man will come over here and see I'm avoiding saying a certain name and figure out what name I'm avoiding. And you know what he'll do? He'll post it on some police. You know what I'm saying? We're acting like the police. You know what I'm saying? Which in real life, with brothers doing stuff, if you did that, we would never deal with you again. You wouldn't be allowed to come back around ever again because you're the police. Because you already seen the brother or the sisters avoiding saying something. And then you want to come on my channel and make it hot by posting something and putting that in the algorithm, because they can search those names. It'll take them right to this video. So you want to put me out there for the police. You want to make me hot by posting something and throwing me in the middle of some controversy. I be seeing that. Like right now, y'all know what I'm talking about. Some lame will post the man's name. And I'm intentionally not saying the man's name, saying I don't want to be saying that name. I don't want to be associated with that. And some spy will come right over here and post it. Then I got to block you because you've already revealed yourself to be not trustworthy, a snake and all that. You a snake or you slow. Either way it go, this ain't the channel for you. You need to be watching like Sesame Street or Clifford the Big Red Dog or something. Caillou, Powerpuff Girls or something. That's what you need to be watching. Looney Tunes or something. This big man conversation. Okay? So I intentionally did not step in that. Don't y'all step in this mess that's out here. Don't step in it. You don't see men dressed in military uniforms all over the country. You can't see. You don't see what's really going on. Right now, you want to be ghost. You do not want to be like, hey, come get me, come investigate me. I got a big mouth and I'm sticking my nose in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. Because whatever you say is irrelevant because it ain't election time. Good to see you, Alexis. It's not election time. So you could type politics all you want. What good is it going to do? It ain't time to vote. You can't take no real political action, right? You can't take no real political action. You can't do nothing. So you really just jumping yourself into a war. If you see a political situation and everybody's acting like in America, in the US, if you see a political situation and everybody's acting decent and everybody's keeping it political, fine. But if you see a political situation like now and you see hostility, back up. If you see an intelligent political environment, cool. Join in with the intelligent political conversation. But if you see this type of political environment with hostility and threats, step back. If you want to advise which way to vote in November, I think that might be fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. If you want to say, I advise vote this way and that way, and then after you advise that, and then it don't go right or they cheat or something, that's when you step out of it. So once you see it go right to the right, highly favored, that's when you step out. As of right now, if you want to go and say, vote like this or that, but this the thing is, tell them how to vote, but don't mention the redistricting in Texas. So in other words, if I feel like they're doing that because of that, and I want to tell people in California, do this, I'm just going to tell them what to do. I'm not going to type the other stuff because then that puts me in the beef. So then I'm just going to be telling everybody vote Democratic or that's it. But I'm not going to go into why. I'm not going to go into the confusion part because now once you go into the confusion part, now you are waving the flag to the trolls and the lunatics. And you don't want that kind of attention because they doxing people and all of that. They finding people's it's really dangerous. They will get your address nowadays. And they will start sending people to your address and sending stuff to your address. And start coming to your address nowadays. Over something that you don't even feel is that serious, but you got lunatics out here right now. They will dox you and come to your address. Now, I'm in Chicago. I'm in certain areas. I could do it because you can have my address, but you can't come because where I live and how it is, it ain't safe for you to come to my address plan. See what I'm saying? But I already know that. So I already know I'm protected by where my address is. It ain't nothing you could do with my address. You just wasting your time. I could give out my address right now. It ain't nothing you could do with it. So you said if you don't want to champ for sports team that's not from where you live. You're wanting another team. That's not. I don't know what you're talking about because that's not what we're talking about. So I have no idea what you're talking about. And learn how to write. So I don't know what you're talking about. But I thought this says no politics, and you asked me about sports. I have no idea what you're talking about. We're talking about politics. So whatever that was, you should have got that off when I was talking about that. Now you couldn't get that off. While you must have went in the comments and I didn't respond. So you got to come over here and troll about something. Oh, a lot of times people will come and troll me about something. Oh, because they try to troll me in the comments, and everybody didn't know I don't read the comments. I don't read the comments. The comments is for my subscribers to talk back and forth to each other. So you go into my videos and you all can comment and you all can have an open discussion all the way down. I think it's improper for me to go and comment and get into it when I've already stated my case on the live. So it's not for me to go back and try to be like, but no this, but no that, but no. That's plus as a content creator, we constantly got to make content. So we don't have a lot of time to be stuck on the last content. As fast as we finish a content, we have to make up some more content. So I speak for all the content creators. You have to understand content creators have to create content. So they can't be stuck on past content unless they want to create more content about the past content. But if they're trying to create new content, that we have to move on. When I come and do some more content tonight, it's not going to be on this subject. So I got to move on. I'm not going to be able to just harp on this subject. You know what I'm saying? I can't harp on this subject. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just focusing on what I'm doing now. And then I control my situation over here. So if you're somebody that is somewhat out of control, then that's why we got the time out. That when we can time out you and we could get you out of here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't seem to be able to stay with where we at, then, go smoke a cigarette or something, have some coffee or something, and come back in 30 minutes. And then if you can't get your behavior together in 30 minutes, then you might got to come back tomorrow. Basically. So this is advice night. And I'm giving advice tonight to the brothers and sisters and to the people that's watching me. And tonight's advice is about the political situation that's going on. And the political situation that's going on is something that you should stay out of on social media and exercise your political rights for real, like going to real town hall meetings or going to where the politicians at to speaking or finding a politician you like and working for them and campaigning. But as far as on social media, getting involved with what's going on and seeing something that the Republican Party is doing and then reposting it and talking about how it's not this and it's not that, I would not advise that because you have family, you have jobs, you have children, you have relationships, you have bills. You cannot afford for politics to dominate your life. And you cannot afford to become a political target in this weird situation. This situation is weird. They're not standing right now. The U.S. is not dealing with politics correctly. It's gotten out of hand. It used to be a time you vote here, you vote there, and that was the end of it. Even married couples didn't discuss who they voted for. Nobody was arguing who they voted for, but you got to understand, they did not have social media. So in an era where they did not have social media, Once you went and voted and got home, there was nobody to talk to. Social media is creating where people can vent and people could talk about something that in the ancient, more older world, you couldn't do. Once you voted and came home, that was it. You at home with your wife and children, and you had to move on with your life. Now, social media is allowing people to take certain things and drag them out too much on social media, taking social media and creating mental illness. You understand? You're going to get fired. Yeah, you're going to get fired. Yes. Yes, that man that got unalived, if you speak on that man the wrong way, you're going to get fired and blackballed too. They're going to put you on a list you're not going to know nothing about. And they're going to be able to go look on the list and search your name and it come up. No, we can't hire you. Because now they can make lists and everything and really blackball you now. It was hard to blackball you before you had social media, the internet, all these different websites, all these abilities to copy paste. They could copy paste. They could make up private lists that you don't know about, and employees can have access to a list that you don't even know nothing about. And now your name's on the list. Now you can't feed your family because the people that own the corporation like this man and you disrespected this man. And no, we're not going to hire you because it's like political hacks. So I just stayed out of it because I don't got nothing against him. I don't got nothing against nothing. My name Wes, and I'm not in that mess. As you can see right now, I got somebody kept coming over here want to argue about sports. That's something I talked about. You got people, I talked about sports like how long ago? This person, it bothered them so much that when they see me, they want to bring up an old video. And I asked them once to stop, and they still want to do it. See, people on social media, this person don't care nothing about what the title, y'all seen them, don't care nothing about what the title is. Want to talk about whatever been bothering them. It's been bothering them that long. Now, when you got people like that and I got to go outside, if I bump into that person, they going to still be on that. Look, y'all ain't listening. You see that person that's been coming over here fanatical about what I said about sports? That person, if I bumped into that person outside, it's a high possibility that person would approach me and instead of saying, hey, man, I seen you on YouTube, bring it up. Man, you said this and that about sports. And then it'd be a commercial. That's what you get in Cracker Jack. Then it'll go, you know what I'm saying? It could go sideways. Not from them either. It'll just go sideways. I had to change the subject. Let's talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about something else. Who is you and what? What? You know what I'm saying? So it's going to get real dark quick because I'm be like, what? And we not, you know, I'm in Chicago. We not jaw-jacking. See what I'm saying? You're going to be, I'm going to consider you a threat. What am I supposed to do? You like some type of obsessed, you're obsessed, you know? You couldn't have good intentions. You don't got a life, obviously. See what I'm saying? The social media is dangerous, y'all. Watch what you say on social media. I'm telling y'all, social media is dangerous. When you stop showing your location, stop showing what restaurant you at, unless you at a restaurant that's far from where you live and they can't figure out where you live at. Don't be showing nobody what restaurant you at. Make sure you don't get your car or your license plate accidentally when you're taking a picture of your children. You ain't even pay attention that the car's in the driveway with the license plate. You ain't paying attention that your address. You have to be very careful on social media. If you watch me sometime, you'll see me outside walking and talking. And if you look closely, I got the phone at a certain angle where you can't see nothing. You can't see nowhere where I'm at. Watch me next time I'm outside taking a walk and watch at the angle I have the camera. You won't see no address. And if I do show you where I'm at, I will not be there by the time you get there. I'm finna leave. If I want to show you where I'm at, I'll make a pre-recorded and then leave and post it. Because you do have people with mental illness on this social media. And they taking it way too far. And one of the things they take it too far is politics. I don't know if you're paying attention, but they are taking politics to a dangerous position. Serious, it's at a bad state. It is very dangerous. Politics. They mixing too much with it. It's too much hate mixed with it. That's why I didn't say nothing about Israel and Palestine. Stop talking about that. Don't say nothing about Israel and Palestine. Do not get on social media and say nothing about no political conflicts. Keep your mouth shut unless you with the smoke. Now, if you with the smoke, go ahead. But I'm talking to the people that don't want to be bothered. You just think you're expressing yourself. No, you're not expressing yourself. You jumping into something. There's people that's not going to think, oh, you just talking. You're going to become their enemy. And they're going to be serious about that. You're going to be the enemy just for speaking on the opposite what they speaking on. This is where politics is going today in America. Seriously. Teach your children. Don't speak on no politics. Make sure you teach them that. If they come home and they say, Mama, today we was talking about that, you tell them next time the teacher talk about that, don't you raise your hand, don't you answer no questions. Don't raise your hand and don't give your point of view. Oh, nothing political. You understand me? And when you got kids, you got to say it 2 times. You understand me? They say, yeah. What did I just say? This is for the parents. When you want your children to do what you tell them, you say, don't you do this, don't you do that. They say, okay. You say, I'm not kidding with you. Don't you do this and don't you do that. They say, okay. Say, what did I just say? Because you got to make them repeat it. That's how they get it. And once they repeat it, they ain't going to do it. Once they repeat it, you said don't do this, don't do that, Daddy. You said don't do this, don't do that, Mommy. Okay? We don't speak on no politics because it done got too volatile. Seriously, it done got bad. And I'm not finna go out here. Let me speak for myself now. I'm not finna go on this social media and holler and hoop about politics and then go to Whole Foods and get them $130 for 2 bags of groceries. Because my hollering and hooping ain't doing nothing when I go to the gas station, when I pay my bills, when I buy my food, they still robbing me. And it ain't nothing going to stop that on social media. Is social media going to make your food prices go down? Hollering and hooping? No. They're going to still rob you when you go to the grocery store. So, okay, so you're doing all that for what? For nothing. It might be the beginning, it might be whatever. We never know, Robert. Because you can only set up something political if tornadoes don't tear your stuff up. If hurricanes don't tear your stuff up. So that's a whole nother subject. That you will get into a situation, this country could get in a situation where it's pushing politics and all of a sudden big hurricane, big tornadoes, big storms, floods, and now that conversation is over. Because you can't have communism if you can't even commune. So it's questionable how far they even gonna go. That's why I don't even waste your time. Because they talking about something that depends on the weather and other things. And if these things don't cooperate, you won't have no government. You won't have no government if too many states and cities end up underwater or too many tornadoes come through here. Look at that cyclone and that typhoon out there in the South Pacific. How long you think before something big like that gonna hit the South Coast, hit Florida and Texas and all of that? It's just a matter of time for the South get hit ugly, 3-4 big hurricanes in a row, and all this talk about politics will be over. It'll be over with. That'll be over with. That'll just be talk. Nobody ain't gonna want to hear that. Just like if they get ready to harvest this food for Halloween, for Thanksgiving, and the migrants didn't pick it, and there's a whole bunch of shortages of food by November and December. All that talk gonna be over with. If they ain't got no tomatoes and they ain't got no strawberries and all that, and they get hit with a big shortage, and these tariffs really do serious damage by November, December, ain't gonna be no more political talk. That's gonna be over with when reality sets in. See, they foul because they talk about stuff that don't matter. If Poland fire on Russia, all that political talk over with. All it takes is the wrong Russian plane gets shot down, and all that is over with. All that's like it never happened. It's like turn the page. Y'all better listen. All that will be over with. And now all of a sudden they talk about nuclear threats. So why would you waste your time for conversations that might not even last? That stuff ain't even really important. When you really look at everything, that stuff ain't even important. To be honest with you, if you go into stores and start looking how they restocking and how they got shortages, if you go in Whole Foods and look at they one freezer, they filling it up with pizzas. They moved all the food to the other side. It's a long aisle of freezers on this side and that side. They move everything over there, the plant-based meats and all that over there, and the other side is just all pizzas. At first, I was like, why they do that? I was thinking, oh, they don't got no food coming in, which they probably don't. But no, the real reason they did that, the real reason, y'all, that I was telling y'all about, that one whole side freezer section is all pizza, because pizza's cheap. And ain't nobody got no money. And everybody finna buy pizzas, frozen food, stuff like that. Because a pizza gonna be cheaper than the fruit and vegetable section. You're going to have to be eating noodles, canned food, frozen food. Now, people got to buy pizza to feed their family. And the pizzas they got in there is from some company I never heard of, right? In Whole Foods. Because I went there the other day and the refrigerator was getting, and they just had boxes of these pizzas. I was like, who is this pizza company? It's a pizza company that ain't affecting the tariffs. They're probably a United States pizza company, so they can get them. And I bet you those pizzas don't cost much. And families is coming in there buying 6, 7 pizzas, putting them in the freezer, and that's dinner. Dinner is pizzas. Dinner is noodles. Dinner is frozen food. Fresh food, no. It's too expensive. They can't feed everybody. One pizza you can feed the family for cheap. So they're finna have $6 pizzas, $5, $6, $4 pizzas like that, where you can afford it. Because I finally figured it out when I went last time. I said, oh, it's cheap. They know everybody can't afford all this expensive plant-based meat and all that. They can't afford that. It's going to be beans and rice and frozen food. Fresh food is over with. Yeah, it's a wrap. You trying to get flaxseed and hemp seed is going to cost you $1 billion unless they could get the hemp from here. If it's got to be shipped from overseas, it's going to be $1 billion. He said pizza is high in saturated fat and high cholesterol. I don't understand what you say. I don't know what that got to do with the conversation. Let me delete this. We're trying to have an intelligent conversation. I don't know what that got to do with people ain't got no money. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. People ain't got no money, so that's what they're going to be buying. They're going to be buying cheap food. This ain't got nothing to do with being healthy or not. Duh. Come on, black man, let's raise our intelligence level. Speak on subject. Our educational system is collapsing. That's another whole video I could do just from being on social media. You see, man, what kind of educational system we got? People can't even stay on subject or don't even know what you're talking about. Just triggered and post stuff that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. We are talking about the collapse of the economy, and then people got to buy cheap food, regardless what's in it. That ain't got nothing to do with it. So if this collapse, like I like to buy brown rice, I like to buy whole grains and stuff. If this collapse, I'll be eating white rice. Is it healthy? No. I did 4 months in the county jail. Did I eat vegan? No. I ate egg sandwiches on bread with mayonnaise. I ate cheese sandwiches. I ate potato chips and stuff. I ate everything but meat. I ate cheese. I ate everything but meat. And in some cases, I still end up with some meat because they have like meat bits in there. I had to pick the meat out. I had to pick the meat out of my food and eat it. If it's a couple crumbs in there, well, hey, I'm a POW right now. So he said, well, Pharaoh, you was in the county jail. What, you didn't care about your health? Man, in the county jail, your health is based on a shank. Yeah, you get poked up in there. How's your health going to be doing then? Now you better do them push-ups and be ready for war. There ain't no eating health in prison. I ain't never been to prison, but I've been in Cook County Jail. Might as well be in prison. It's a whole different type of health in there. So you better get on these burpees. You better get on these push-ups. You better find some way to do some pull-ups. And you better be ready for war. That's your health in there. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff out the window. I was eating cereal with cow's milk. Yeah. Egg sandwiches. I ain't ate no eggs since 1977. I was eating them in that county jail. I ate everything but meat. I went right back to dairy. White bread, all that. I mean, it was supposed to be some wheat bread, but y'all know what kind of wheat bread that was. You could buy at the commissary. Hey, man, what did do that matter, boy? I had to get these push-ups and be ready. You know what I'm saying? In case the debt go up. You know what I'm saying? I take it two brothers from two different groups to start fighting and the debt going up. If the debt go up, you might get beat up twice. You might get hurt twice. So you might get hurt from the opposition where everybody doing everybody. Then when the door pops and the S1s come in and they come in with the riot gear on, they knocking, you know what I'm saying? They knocking, man, listen. When them riot guards come, they everybody. They breaking bones. They knocking teeth out. When they come in with the racket, they knocking teeth out. They breaking bones. I'm telling you, they hitting anybody they see when they come in there, boy. You know what I mean? Like if the deck go up, hey Leonard, I'm trying to tell them, you know what I'm saying? And do them push-ups all day and go direct and hit them weights. You know what we used to do at night? At night, you got a deck of cards. So it's me and my celly. So we got a deck of cards. You turn it over, say 2. You got to do 2. You turn it over, say 5. He got to do 5. You turn it over, it's a jack. You got to do 10. You turn it over, it's an ace. He got to do 10. And we do that till the whole deck of cards is gone. Oh, you got out yesterday? Oh, that's good. I'm glad you out, bro. I'm glad you out to Terradome. Hey, CJ, I'm glad you out to Terradome. Would you tell them where you was at? What county jail you was in? Hey, would you tell them? Boy, you was in the gladiator zone. Would you tell them? And you in there with like uneducated, like you in there with people that got mental health, dudes that's like totally have no, like not no little bit of comprehension, have none. Like I can't explain to you what it's like. Like I can't explain to you the how low the vibration is. Like it's dudes that got like no type of social mentality or no sense at all. Like really, I don't want to say animals, but that's like the closest description. Like pit bulls. You see how which one you was at? Where you was locked up at? I'm fresh out the jail, sitting up in here. Which one? Man, listen, man. You know, have you ever been somewhere where all day you got to be on, you got to be mean all day, and you have to pick when you be kind of happy? You know, you ever been somewhere where all day you on high alert? It's crazy. And even when you plug with the guys, you gotta be high alert with them too. It's a lot of mistakes you can't make when you're in a street organization. It's a lot of mistakes you can't make. It's hectic. It's always something going on. And so to get back to what we was talking about, all right, to get back to what I was talking about, it's like, listen, man, y'all stay out of the political feuds. That's all I want to get over to y'all head. Stay out of it. Like, don't put yourself out there on social media in these political feuds. Stay out the way. Keep your political opinion to yourself. Now, those that want to do it, that feel like you a soldier, I commend you. As long as you know you're willing to get in it, then cool. I don't have no problem when you say, Pharaoh, we got to change it. I'm willing to deal with whatever come with it. I salute you. I support you. I'm not talking to those of y'all that's willing to put it all on the line. You don't care if ICE come to your crib. You don't care if customs. You don't care if the feds come to your crib. You standing on business. I salute you. I'm talking about the people that don't know that's going to happen. So I'm talking to those that have no idea that can happen. And you just on social media expressing yourself. And next thing you know, here come the FBI. You know what I'm saying? And then they looking up your whole family. They'll fire your mama. They'll fire your daddy because now they out to punish you because they done took politics too far. So they out to punish you. They ain't no real Americans no more. There's no such thing as Americans no more. You either this side or that side. There ain't no Americans no more. It ain't. It's the left and the right. It ain't no Americans. It's the left, it's the right. It's conservative or liberals. That's it. And conservative got a lot of different things in it, and liberal got a lot of things over here. And all you got to do is pick one thing that's over here, and they call you liberal because they got a list. So if you pick reparations, they put you over here with LGBTQ and all that. Real talk. All of a sudden, that's the group you're in. And you don't even agree with everybody in the liberal group. Or you don't even agree with everybody in the conservative group. But just because you pick this one subject to support, they throw you over here with everything else in the conservative pile. Because I got some white friends and they mad because they said, Pharaoh, they throwing me in the conservative pile with all the racism and stuff, and I'm just talking about economics. But they saying because this economics is in the conservative pile, they put me over there with the racism. I said, I know. And they said, if I like over here, they throw me over there with the gay stuff and all that. He's like, man, I'm not even paying no attention. I'm not gay, so I don't know. I'm not pro or anti-gay. A lot of Americans, we're not pro or anti-gay. We just us. We're not really thinking about that. I'm not anti-gay. I'm not pro-gay. I'm just trying to live. I don't think about them. Like, what do gay people got to do with me? Nothing. They got nothing to do with me. Why would I be against them? They just doing what they do. They said, well, what about if they put that up at your children's school? That's a whole different issue. That's me going up to the school, telling the school to teach math and science and stuff. That's the school. That's not gay people. That's the school want to put that in there. Then your beef got to be with the school. But not with against the liberals and all this. So because I don't want that in the school with my kid, that's a parent issue. That ain't no liberal issue or no conservative issue. That's a parent. I don't want my kid learning about sex. No kind of sex. Heterosexual or LGBTQ sex. I want my child to make sure they can read up to their level. They can do math up to their level. And they can do science up to their level. That's it. I don't want them to deal with sex up to no level because they ain't got no level when it comes to sex. They children. Children ain't got no sexual level. For me, sex should be pushed based on your economical situation. No job, no sex. You don't, if you ain't got no job, no sex. Like how I raised my children. My children already know, listen, you cannot have sex until you have your own place with your own bed. So when you go out here and work and you get a house or you get an apartment and you got your own room with your own bed, now you can have sex. You can't have sex in no bed in my house or my apartment. No. I'm the only one can have sex in here, me and your mama. Y'all want to have sex, you got to go pay for your sex location. And then you can have whatever kind of sex you want. I don't care what kind of sex you have, as long as you pay for it. You can't have sex in no bed me and mommy bought. You have to buy your own bed. I think that's legitimate. And until you can buy your own bed, you shouldn't be learning nothing about no sex. You should be learning what you need to learn to buy your own bed. Why is you teaching my baby about sex before you teaching my baby how to buy a bed? You know, like you're supposed to be teaching my baby to go to get a job to buy a bed. I mean, once my baby could buy a bed, then they can do what they want to do. But we selling the children sex before we teaching them how to get a house or have an apartment to have sex in. That don't make no sense. That's putting the cart before the horse. The horse is in the back and the stagecoach is in the front, and the horse trying to push the stagecoach with his nose. That's what that's like. Backwards as hell. And then America ain't listed in the top 15 smartest countries. We ain't in the top 20 highest IQ in the world. And we teaching sex, which takes this much IQ. It don't take no IQ to have sex. And we know dumb parents make dumb babies. We know that. We know that. And then sometimes the parents wise up and then they raise the babies. But as long as the parents stay dumb, the babies don't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? This is all what they're doing in politics. So all I want to do, I'm finna end this, is tell my audience, stay out of political feuds. Get off social media, find something else to talk about. And watch out for people that send you political stuff trying to get you to speak on it or repost it. These is insurgents. These people don't mean you no good. Don't let nobody send you no volatile stuff right now and under this political climate and then you post it. Don't comment. Don't like nothing like that or nothing. Do not tag your name to none of this political confusion. Don't do it. Go on my Instagram. I bet you don't see no Republican, Democrat, nothing. I don't got nothing bad to say about Donald Trump. I don't got nothing to say about the Republicans or the Democrats or what they doing. My name Wes, and I'm not in that mess. Because once I see that you want to start mixing military and threats and all that, I got to not talk about it and be about it. Because I don't know how far you're going to go. So, that's a whole nother video for another day. I got to prepare for you if you go too far. Talking ain't going to do that. And then if I'm preparing for you, if I think you're going too far, I'm not finna tell you I'm preparing for you. So I ain't finna tell you nothing. Run up then. You know what I'm saying? Because it get to a point. Y'all ever been outside and you get into it with somebody and you say something and they say something, they kind of be an argument and they get to a point where you stop talking? What that mean when you stop talking? I mean, it's up, right? It get to a point where you stop talking, don't it? If you really real like that, it get to a point where you don't want to talk no more. What we doing? Okay, you done went, okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's where it is right now. It's like a fight finna pop off. Talking is cheap at this point. Yeah, you just talking for nothing. You ever been the one, you ever seen somebody kept talking was the first one to get hit in the mouth? Because he's so busy talking, he ain't on defense. And he's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bow! That's what he gonna do. That's exactly what you should have stopped at the first. What you gonna do, bro? You kept on, and then he did so you wasn't even ready. Like, bro, it get to a point where you get some space between them and be like, what we doing? You're not finna stand up on them this close. What you gonna do? What you know? You finna back up? He talk crazy. You finna back up, and now you finna put some space in. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You might live somewhere where we don't throw hands, like Chicago. Then it's whatever. We. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't finna keep blah, 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 blah. In most cases, you're going to start thinking it through. Okay, this dude is this is that. This dude want to fight. Police going to come, mess up my day. Okay, I got to go. You out. Because when you start doing the math, you're like, this equals the police. This equals time wasted in my day, possibly getting hurt or possibly hurting somebody. Add that up, divide it by 0, and you get leave. I did the math and the answer was leave. I gotta go. See ya. And that's what's going on with this political vibe. Add it up, and you're like, okay, they arguing. They got ICE. They bringing in the FBI. They threatening each other. Divided by they acting a fool equals stay out of it. Simple as that. Stay out of it, y'all. Real talk. Victory.